In a certain episode of Peppa Pig, Peppa's dad, Daddy Pig, drops his watch down a drain. To calculate how deep the drain is, they drop a stone and count how many seconds it takes for them to hear a splash. It's not actually that simple. To calculate how far Daddy Pig's watch actually fell, we need to go back and break down what occurred using a little bit of linear motion physics. Let the time taken for the watch to hit the floor equal TB. Also, let the time taken for the sound of the splash to travel up the drain equal TS. For the purposes of these calculations, the speed of sound is 340 meters per second. As Peppa counted to 6 before she heard the noise of the stone hitting the water, the sum of TS and TB would be 6 seconds. This is now labelled equation 1. When considering the motion of the rock falling to the water, we know that the initial velocity was 0 meters per second as the rock was dropped from rest. The final velocity before the stone hits the water is unknown. The total distance is also unknown. The acceleration is that due to gravity, so it's 9.8 meters per second squared. And the time taken for the rock to hit the ground is TB. To solve this question, we need one of the SUVAT equations, S equals V naught T plus half AT squared. By substituting the values on the side, we get half times 9.8 TB squared, which simplifies to S equals 4.9 TB squared. This is now labelled equation 2. Now we will consider the motion of the sound moving up the drain. The initial and final velocity would be 340 meters per second, as the speed of sound is constant. The distance is also unknown again, the acceleration is 0 meters per second squared, and the time is TS. Using the same SUVAT equation as before, substitute the new values in. This simplifies to S equals 340 TS. We will now label this equation equation 3. As the distance travelled by both the stone and sound is the same, they can be made equal. This allows us to divide both sides by 340. Label this new equation equation 4. The value for TS can now be substituted into equation 1 to give the time taken for the stone to hit the water. By rearranging to make the equation equal 0, we can use our graphics calculator to equate for TB. There are two values for TB. However, only the positive value, 5.55524, is correct, as there cannot be negative time in this instance. To finally arrive at the distance that Daddy Pig's watch actually fell, this value needs to be substituted into equation 2. This new expression simplifies to 151.217. Hence, the drain is actually 151.217 meters deep.